here today to find an answer to an old question. A question as old as time. Who has the best marriage? And as we are a praying channel, there is only one way to find out the answer, namely to conduct a pop quiz. Let me introduce to you our contestant.
How's it going?
So excited to be here.
Yeah.
I'm sure you are all asking yourself this question. How did Martha meet Jonathan? How did the grade that we are seeing in front of our eyes right now, how did it start?
Jonathan and Martha met at their parish through the intercession of Our Lady in May of 2022. When Martha saw Jonathan holding that rosary in his hands, she knew she must find out all she could about him. So, how to go about doing this? Stalking him on Facebook was a good place to start. You see, Jonathan looked a bit younger, and Martha, being almost 40 at the time, needed to make sure he was not too young. She browsed his Facebook, asked around, prayed, and finally was able to confirm that he was only 5 years younger. So now, to make a move. Martha knew this man was special, and so she came up with a plan to invite him for a cup of coffee. She composed a note and, along with 2 prayer cards, placed it in a small velvet pouch and waited for him to Saturday morning mass. He was thrilled to receive something from her, since secretly he did want to ask her out, but did not know how. He sat on the pew, and so did Martha, although she sat a few pews back, hoping he would read the note and say yes. She was super nervous. He read the note right away and immediately came out of his pew and said he would love to go for a cup of coffee. His smile told it all, and she was thrilled. Needless to say, that was the longest mass ever. The date was shortly after mass, where they went for a slice of pie and coffee. The rest is history.
Martha, Jonathan, is that exactly what happened?
Pretty much.
I hope you appreciate the last video that I put over there. Except 2 people drinking coffee in snow because you're from Canada, and that's super funny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't notice that detail, but yeah, the snow.
We live in the North Pole.
It's not been very North Pole this winter. It's been weird.
I don't know about that. Martha was complaining. So, but Jonathan, are you excited about winning today?
Oh, yeah, 100%. We're going to win big time.
What do you think? Are you going to do with the title?
What am I going to do with the title?
Yes.
I don't know. I guess I'll have to post it in our bedroom.
Yes, so I will prepare the title. So whoever wins tonight's show will receive the title of the winners of the first annual not so newlywed game of our Divine Arrow channel. So no pressure, a lot of at stake. So let's see how that goes. Okay.
Especially because we're like super new at this marriage thing.
You? Oh, and now let's meet our second couple. And that couple is Edwin and Janice. Welcome. How are you guys doing?
We're very good.
Oh, look how perfect they are matching. Would you like to know? Would you like to know the story of Janice and Edwin? Okay, let's take it in.
The bottom line is Ed met me in a bar in New Jersey. I was dancing with my friends, and my friend was dating one of his best friends, and I was in the process of talking to one of his best friends, but his other friend wasn't at the bar that night. It was just Ed and his one friend, Clyde, and he had asked his friend who I was, and he, according to my husband, he said he fell in love with me the first time he saw me, because he said he never seen anybody so beautiful. But anyway, I went upstairs to the bathroom. I came downstairs, and his friend introduced us. We started talking. Long story short, he asked my girlfriend for my phone number. She asked me if she could give it to him. I said yes. Then the night before my sister got married, he called me. We went out. We went for a ride. We got to know each other. I had broke up with my boyfriend the next day because I was involved with somebody, but I didn't really like him. And I ended up breaking up with him. And me and Ed started dating. And a couple of months after that, I was in my car accident. And that's when I fell in love with him, because I saw how dedicated he was. Because after I found out what my health issues were going to be like, and he was willing to stand by my side and not leave, that just said everything I needed to know about his character. That he wasn't somebody that was in it for it to be shallow. that he truly was in it for the long haul and that he had a huge heart. Yeah, and he came to my bedside in the hospital for over a month, and he stayed with me. And then when I was hospitalized, then I was in the hospital about a month, and then I was released, and I was bedridden for over a year. And he came every night after work, and he stayed with me.
There you have it, folks, right from the horse's mouth. And I really like Janice made a comment over there. She said, I was in love with him, but I didn't really like him.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was very young.
It took an accident, Kinga, for her to fall in love with me, but that's okay.
I did
That's
have
okay.
a problem with my head, so you never know.
Okay. Yeah, really.
Okay. Are you guys excited about today's game?
Yes.
Do you know the stakes? Pretty high this year.
It's worse for us because we've been together for 37 years. So if we don't get it, I have no hope for us.
If we have experience on our side, hon.
I don't know, honey. We're both getting old. We have memory loss.
This is true.
These other kids, they're kind of young. They have it all together. They're quick.
Yeah.
We're old.
Now I would like to welcome our last couple to today's show, and that is Rowena and Arnie. Arnie, how should I pronounce your name? I never heard how to pronounce your name.
That's right, Arnie.
Arnie. Okay, Arnie. Okay. Well, I made a video and you will be pronounced differently, so I'm sorry about that. But that was AI pronouncing it. So anyway, I'm sorry. So Rowena and Arnie, are you excited to be here with us?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Very.
What is your strategy for the game today?
Strategy. Well, go ahead.
It's up to Rowena. She knows all the answers.
What?
Or does she not? I know. So I want to now share with everyone the story of how you both met. And this is based on what Rowena sent to me. So if any complaints, get back to Rowena, please.
Let's see.
Pondered the mysterious ways life can weave two threads of existence together after long years of... Welcome to the tale of Arna and Rowena, a story that beautifully illustrates that destiny always finds a way, even after decades of silence. In the heart of a quaint town stood a Catholic school where our story begins. Arna and Rowena were schoolmates, their lives running in parallel, yet never intersecting. Arna, a year ahead of Rowena, was a conspicuous figure in school, a blend of intelligence and resilience, his disability making him all the more noticeable. Rowena, on the other hand, was a newcomer, having transferred to the school in 3rd grade. Their paths crisscrossed further when Arna's sister became Rowena's classmate. This led to an interesting development. Their families got acquainted. Yet, despite these connections, Arna and Rowena remained strangers throughout their school years, their paths never quite merging. Time passed in a flash, and they graduated from high school, their lives taking them on separate journeys. For 2 long decades, their lives ran parallel, never intersecting, their school days becoming a distant memory. But, as fate would have it, after 20 long years, an elevator would become the stage for an unexpected reunion. In the heart of a bustling city, within the confines of a building where Rowena worked and Arna conducted his business, destiny decided to play its card. In the brief moment of an elevator ride, recognition flickered in Arna's eyes. He remembered Rowena Carpio, the girl from school, and reached out to her. An exchange of names, a spark of recognition, and the years of silence were broken. Arna, the gentleman he was, offered Rowena a ride home. However, her plans were a tad different. A prayer meeting was on her agenda, but that didn't deter Arna. Embracing the unexpected, he accompanied her, marking the beginning of their reunion. And that's the story of Arna and Rowena, 2 schoolmates separated by years of silence, brought back together by a chance encounter, a testament to the unpredictability of life. Their story reminds us that sometimes, life saves the best reunions for the most unexpected moments, proving that time and distance are mere hurdles in the grand scheme of destiny.
So was it exactly how it happened?
Yeah.
So-
Even Arnie's picture when he was in elementary, that thin guy. That's how skinny he was.
Yeah, we didn't mention about we went to the prayer meeting, but there are other girls that I need to give a ride to. Rowena would take the back seat and the other girls will sit beside me. So that's how she felt then.
Okay, I didn't put that in the story, but You said it, so
Well, the rest is history. So
The rest is history.
yeah, are you excited about today's game?
of course, yes. You did great, Naomi.
Yeah. Well, I wish you all the luck, all the best. Now that you have met our 3 beautiful couples, we will proceed with our game. We'll ask the wives some of the questions we have already asked their spouses. And we will see, are the wives familiar with the answers that their husbands have given them? Are they the same? Do they match? And if the answers match, they will get 1 point. The couple who get the most points will win today's title. The title of the first annual Valentine's Day quiz pop show, not so, oh my goodness, what is that name? The Not So Newlywed Game. Ladies, we have asked your husband a following question. What is God calling you to do in this marriage? Jonathan answered to a question, what is God calling him to do in this marriage?
You know, Jonathan was very clear. Jonathan, I should have probably mentioned this before I met him, way before I met him. Let's just get that clear. I was not the reason he left. He was going to become a Catholic priest. He was in the seminary, and that was his vocation. So he made it very clear when we had met and he wanted to marry me, that his vocation was going to be this marriage and this family. And that's what he felt God was calling him. He took him out of the seminary and he brought in this lifelong vocation of marrying me, having a wife and a family. Hopefully I'm right.
Was that the Jonathan's answer or was it not? Well, I'm holding Jonathan's answer, and his answer is to be patient, to be a leader, to lay down my life, and to love my wife as Christ loves his church. What do you think, Martha? He has passed, flying colours.
No, I did not pass.
I will give you half point for that, because I'm generous.
Thank you.
Okay, awesome.
Surprised because what Martha said. Because I know when he was single too, you didn't know he was in the brothers, LaSalle. So I knew then that he has no plans of being married. But God, God took over and here we are. And I think his answer is to be a good father and a provider to the family, because he was the one, when we came to Canada 23 years ago, he was the one who took care of the 2 girls and I worked. So I guess that's to be a good father and a good husband and provide for the family.
Okay, I will now read on his answer. Being a father to our beautiful daughters require a lot of work, especially when they are in high school. And I pray every day that God will continue to help me provide for our family's financial, even if I'm a person with physical disability. And the second one is to continue to be Rowena's stronghold and source of inspiration.
You got it, Mama.
Point.
Yes, you are receiving 1 point. You are leading.
My husband is very Italian, and he takes his position as father and husband very serious. And now that he is a convert to the Catholic faith, I truly believe he is going to say his main goal is to lead his family and his wife to heaven, because he knows that's the ultimate place that we're all going. So,
wow. So guess that. I will now read you Edwin's
okay.
To lead my family to heaven.
Yep, that's my husband.
Way to go.
Yep, that's my husband. Yep.
I may even give you 1.25 points. It's literally word by word, so I kind of.
I know my husband.
Well, I don't know. So now in general, I would tell you guys it's very funny. I don't know if it's probably just your personalities and how you talk, but Edwin has a really good strategy. So he is 0 or 1 person. He has very short answers, and yes. Either Janice will get it 100% or she will not get it. There is a different kind of strategy. There are other people who will write more, and then you will get the majority of the answers. So that's also a good strategy, because you will get into that. So
well, I'm the talker in the family.
Yeah, you can tell who the talker is in the relationship.
actually, yeah, he is going to answer my love of the Virgin Mary, my devotion to the Mother of God.
Absolutely, 1 point goes to that couple. No doubts about it.
So I think so. Is this what my aspect being prayerful? That's it.
Prayerful. Okay. Well, so Rowena is very charismatic and still has the undying devotion to Mama Mary and the perpetual adoration. After work, she still finds time to spend even an hour at least a week to pray in front of the Holy Eucharist. She is currently sharing her time as Eucharistic minister to two churches, St. Charles and St. Andrew Catholic Church. She participates in most volunteer ministries in these parishes, and that may be the reason why you have too many things to do. I think you guys get the point.
1 point.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think
Yay, you got it, Mama.
details. Exactly. So we have 1.1. What do you think that your husband?
He's gonna say my big heart, my love.
Yeah, so I feel like I have to give you 1.25 points because that's literally what he said.
Because that's what he says to me all the time. You love everybody that you don't even know, strangers. You love them. You'll give your life for these people. How do you do that? You have the biggest heart I've ever met in my life. I'm like, I know him. We better know each other. We've been together forever. Literally inseparable, like inseparable for 37 years. Even in the hospital, you never left. You made them bring a chair.
The hospital food was good at the time.
Better than mine?
No, definitely not.
Me. I am better at dealing with kids.
That's what he said, and you get a point.
To be very fair, he's wonderful with the girls and with kids in general, but I can see his answer. And I absolutely, honestly, since we're getting personal, I want to share that I love this man for so many reasons, but I absolutely love that he has taken on my girls as his own and he loves them with all his heart. And I know that they're safe with him all the time. And I love you, honey, for that. That is one of the greatest gifts you could have given me, God has given me through you, is that my babies are in your heart. You're muted, baby.
Oh, speaking of girls, go ahead and let us. Yeah. Oh no! On the video, it's okay. I have a little more recording, so we can get rid of this later. That's really funny.
A life with young kids. What do you know?
Thanks, honey. Yeah.
Of course, him. He took care of him.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So you get a point. Or do you agree with that statement that he made?
No, because as I've said, right, I said before when we came here for 5 years, he is a stay-home dad. What do I call you? Mr. Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right.
So yeah, he waited for our little Nikki to be grade 1 and then he worked. So thank you for that.
You got it, Mom.
Are you speechless?
That's right.
Martha made me cry.
He's definitely going to say he is because unfortunately, most of the time our kids were growing up, I was bedridden or I was really sick. So he took on the brunt of working out of the house and in the house. And they were very good for me, but I would give in to them. I would let them have whatever just because I would feel so guilty that I couldn't do the things a mother should do. So Ed was very good with them, but he's the disciplinary and they were just very good with him. So I have to say he's definitely better with the kids. Definitely.
Well, that's what he said. So you get a point.
Not that you're a great parent too, hon.
No, you're much better. I spoil them.
Yeah. Well,
I give in.
We balance.
Yeah. Thank God for you.
Awesome. So let's check the points. Let's see which couple is leading right now. We have Janice and Edwin at 3.5 points. Then we have 3 points. And last but not least, Martha with 2.5 points. And now let's move on to the last round. No pressure, but this round will determine who will be the winner of the first annual Not So Newlywed quiz show on Divine Will Era. So there's a lot at stake right now. Lady, we have asked a following question.
both changed each other for the better. But I'm going to answer this as I believe that his answer would be I've changed for the better out of the two of us the most, because we've had very personal conversations in our marriage. And as we grow and get to know each other, and I am being for a lot of the time being a single mom, controlling and needing everything to be a certain way, having to have the last word, and I'm not like that with Jonathan, not to the point where I used to be. And he's really melted. He's the calm to my storm. He's melted that wall. So he's brought the best out of me to be a more, how do I say this? Not so much in control, and just learning to take a deep breath if I don't agree with something. Maybe that's the answer.
Actually, no, honey, I put that I changed the most.
Well, there you go.
But that's actually really beautiful that we would think that we both changed a lot. And we have changed a lot because that's what the sacrament does. Because I've had to change a ton. I mean, because I've been single my whole life for 36 years, and so I've had to completely reshift my priorities and learn not to live with myself as number one, but as number three.
With your girls, the three girls, and the little one on the way.
Yeah.
You've done a great job, honey. I love you.
Thanks. I love you too, babe.
Yeah. Naomi left.
Technical difficulties. That's okay. I'm sure it'll get edited out.
There, she's back.
Is she back?
Also, sorry, my computer crashed, so I didn't know what was going on. Okay. Martha, you've answered that you have changed. Is that?
Yes.
I'm terribly sorry, but Jonathan said that he is the one who.
I know.
Who was changed.
So but it was actually a really beautiful answer, because it shows that both of us, we've been recently married and we've changed so much because of the sacrament of marriage. And I've had to really reprioritize my life since I've been single for such a long time. And really, instead of focusing on me the most, I have to focus on me kind of the least, and really try and restructure. So it's beautiful that both of us have changed a lot over a short period of time.
That's a beautiful answer. I will give you half point for that one.
Thank you.
I don't really want to brag, but I think he changed a lot in this, marriage, in this relationship. He was the one, because as I have said, when he was single, he was only thinking about his career. He wanted to do further studies to become a PhD in engineering, but when we came here, he put that aside, and he forgot about himself and took care of the girls. And I thank God, after 20 plus or 30 years pursuing his dream, and I believe this is all God's will for him, to pursue his dream, to study again and do what he loves to do. But he was always telling me he changed.
Okay, I will read the answer that he gave, and now Arnie, you can then comment on that. So the answer I received was me. And then I inspired Rowena to be more resilient and patient, especially when I was all growing up.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's me.
Fine, I will give you 1 point for that. No problem. But Arnie, would you like to comment on what Rowena said and add something?
Yeah. I didn't want to put it in writing, so I just said me. Yeah. But she said it all. Yeah. So it's the whole thing, like 180 degrees change from who I was. And so I have to put the family, set it aside, take care of them, especially the girls. And then on my phone, when they were growing up, if they call, I drop everything I was doing, then give them a ride to where they're going. Parties, I have to wait till like wee hours. I was over. I didn't think about myself anymore. It's for them.
When you were single, you just think about yourself, of course, right? So
yeah, but I was with the brothers, so I had my students to think. Yeah, and then
But as far as I definitely am going to say we both changed, because I was a very different person before I met Ed, and Ed was a very different person before he met me, and together we've grown in our faith together. We've grown to be responsible. We've grown to have selflessness. Before that, we were both very working. Like we wanted to make a living. We wanted to go out and see the world. And after that, we realized none of that mattered. The only thing that mattered was each other, our family, and loving everybody for God and leading everybody to heaven. So we both have changed so much from who we were when we were younger. So yeah, we definitely both have changed. I hope that's what he said.
That is exactly the answer that he has given.
That's great.
37 years.
Yep, 37.
That's awesome.
And we literally have never been separated. I'm not even kidding.
That's
Even
beautiful.
when I was in the hospital, he made sure the doctors and everybody would bring in the chair so he could stay with me. And when I would go for x-rays, he'd have to follow. I'm like, the doctors are like, you can't go in the operating room. He's like, why not? Because you can't. You got to stay outside. So sorry. That's the way. He never left my side, no matter what.
Wow.
Always been by my side. So
That, my dear friend.
Yeah, that's my puppy mentality.
yeah.
That's cute.
And that can only mean one thing. The winner of the first annual, you should have written it down. The winner of the first annual Not
Drum
So
roll.
Newlywed Divine Will Era 2 channel show is Janice and Edwin with
Yay!
Congratulations.
4.5 points. Second place we have Rowena and Arnie, and then we have Martha and Jonathan. But Martha and Jonathan, do not be sad. You haven't been married for 37 years, and your husband haven't followed you, Martha, for 37 years, like a puppy, just like Edwin. And
That's
Joseph.
correct.
Hey, it's good news though. That means marriage only gets better.
It only gets
Absolutely,
better.
Jonathan. Yep.
And the best part for your girls, my daughter, she will make sure that nobody in her life is anything less than her father. She will not end up with anybody less than her father. Is the best role model. The
I
guys
want to say,
stated not too happy about that, but
on a serious note, though, I don't see any losers here. I see
amen.
6 loving couples that were brought together by God.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
God bless.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Happy Valentine's.